Well, we're going to have a chainsaw in the background, but it is what it is. What did we get up to in the past week? Check it out. Daylilies are just about to bloom. The buds are still quite tight on the tulips. Of course, you've seen the little flowers there last week, those little blue ones. Kept the sticks here, see? All those sticks. They were still good for using for tying the tomatoes up to, so I just took them up and I put them there for now. Got all the sticks taken out of there. Flower buds are coming right along on the hydrangea. I remembered the name this time. And the leaves on the snowball bush. See, I didn't do this bad. Gotta come down here because it's lower to step down over the embankment. I took out a lot of the overgrowth here. Not all of it, but greater percentage. And almost all of it out on that side. Now this was past Sunday, so 6 days ago, right? I got the stuff raked out of here. You can see the lovey just growing quite well there. And this is all the St. John's wort stuff here that's growing. It grows up from the ground every year, right? It dies right back to ground level. I was going to say that, okay, we'll get a dry day and the grass is all growing. As you can see, everything's turning green here. I'll get the lawnmower out and I'll mow it out. My idea was, I was thinking I'd just rake these leaves out when I was going to mow it and then just run over them right away with the lawnmower, right? But, okay, so Monday, I planted the carrots. I did something else on Monday, and this was Tuesday. And this was Wednesday. And then, well, I had other things to do. It never did get dry, first and last. But check this one out. We got the flowers already open here. Because I got this area, remember, I was all growing up with there's a couple of St. John's wort here, there's lovage and a few other things, and of course the tree leaves that blow it all in among it. There's not many strawberry plants here, really. There is some, but they are not growing all that well here. Which, once again, it might be the soil, right? I was saying in the previous video that I would have to make raised beds down here. And, yeah, just don't get down there very far. And like I say, it's just hard rock. Of course, the flowers are completely out on the forsythia. Comes out with the flowers first and then the leaves will come out later. Right through this bed. So the stuff will grow in this bed, and so I'll get the weeds out of it. I'm going to need that bed. This one now was dug. So that last one, that was just cardboard put down in a so-called no-dig bed. This one was dug. So the soil is halfway loose there. Ponds, they're right full. I checked to see if there's any tadpoles, but I've never seen any tadpoles in this pond since I made it. Second pond down there, it might hold more and more water every year because that dam down there will be getting filled with debris and sediment. So we just have to wait and see. That's the wild raspberries there. What else do we have along here? Everything's leaving out. I had a big turn of wood there for several years, so that's why that's like that. That's one on the golden raspberry canes there. Quite the cleanup job to do there, hey? Now you see coming over here, I did take some B-roll to show the mess before. And then after, so I clean up all of this back around there, out around outside the beds. There used to be two beds right here, and when the trees were growing up over there, these two beds got almost no sunlight, so I quit using them. But I don't think I'm going to start to use them again because I need what they call organized boneyard. So all of the plastic siding I had, I now have put down right there. There was a bunch over there, as you see on the B-roll. But it's put down there against the shed now, and of course there's some other stuff that I can pack in there and, like I say, make an organized boneyard. These beds haven't been touched yet, except for I raked off the top layer, took the brush rake and just raked off all the old dead stuff in that. So remember, there was a kale here that went to seed, and you can see they're popping up. That's kale seed that fell from last year, right? There's a whole ton of them there. Then after I cleaned up back there, I done a overhaul clean of like all the big stuff I took out of here. That's where the herbs are. And last time you seen this, it still had the big sticks growing, but now, I mean, this stuff is growing fast. You only need one plant, and you wouldn't be able to keep up with using it. I have a bunch of plants growing here that, yeah, what is it, right? It looks like the same as the kale, but I don't know why there would be brassica type plants growing here. I've got to wait for them to get another couple of leaves. They're getting their first true leaves now. Wait for them to get a little bigger to see if I can tell what they are and see where I want to move them. So I'll be able to harvest garlic, onion chives here and now pretty soon. There's 6 plants right there. Sage done, this is garden sage. He's done very well over this past winter and the thyme as well. So, I mean, I'll be able to harvest some of this. Well, I can harvest some of it now, really, little bits at a time. There's another onion chive plant there. That's the biggest one I got. Don't remember what plant I had here. Is that a St. John's wort? Oh, so it's starting to grow. That's coneflower there. I think it's a white coneflower. On Monday, I planted carrots in here now. The spring that we're getting now, it's pecking rain now. I'm hoping that it's going to stay relatively dry, but because I want to go to Louisbourg. But I had pelleted carrot seed and 1,000 seeds, brand new seeds. I got 2 beds. When I finish this second bed, I have 6 seeds left. And so I put them in too, of course. So 1,000 carrot seeds put here, brand new carrot seeds. We're alternating back and forth between sun and rain, sun and rain. It's not a hot spring, so the carrot should have no trouble sprouting this year. I cleaned up this bed, and of course you can see the Roman chamomile is growing there much easier now. There's nothing else that I planted in this bed. I did see quite a few. You see, this is the type of pod that grows on the California poppy, and I've seen quite a few of those around. So California poppy should be popping up around here. The annual weed seeds are not growing yet. It's just the perennials. Now I was thinking though that I could plant some beans here, and I could put a couple squash down here again this year. The chamomile will grow underneath the squash, and if any California poppy grows up, they'll grow up, shoot up above the beans that I would plant here. And then on Thursday, I went through and I weeded and planted these. This first bed has turnip in it. The second bed has rutabaga. In this bed, there's 23 rows. I had 6 varieties of beets, so I've done 4 rows of each variety, and of course the last variety would have been only 3 rows. And then I planted sugar beets in that one over there. So that was, in one day I weeded and set out 4 beds. I was tired, but no pain. No pain today. And what do I blame it on? I'm not eating the poison food. So, if you've got neurological problems, don't eat the poison food. We have a fairly cold day and rain coming for tomorrow, so I won't be outside tomorrow. But Sunday is supposed to go back up to 20 Celsius and full sun, so I might clean up the pathways, because that's just, I'm going to take the weed eater and just mow them right off ground level, all the weeds in the pathways. And I'm hoping to get at this before the rhubarb gets any bigger, and so that I can run the cart over it and see what I can do about getting up this creeping buttercup here. And see what else I can plant right away, because I can go through this bed and do and that bed, and then outside of those 2 beds, outside of the rhubarb, I can plant stuff there as well. And then the rest of these beds, you've got 6 beds here, that'll be going to potatoes. Compost bins are full. When I was raking out the beds, I had to put that in there. So yeah, I decided to do a quick walkabout this morning, and I've got B-roll, so it'll probably end up being over 20 minutes as it is. And as you can see, the rhubarb is growing, so I'll be able to harvest them rhubarb. I have what looks to be carrots growing here. Don't know what's up with that. So when I put the potatoes in here, I guess I'll have to be careful and see if I can leave them and let them grow. So that'll be it for now. As you can see, it's a nice calm day with respect to the wind. Thank you for watching. Don't eat the poison food, and I will see you in the next video.